Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of hermits and crafting. In our last episode, we terraformed the cliffs of RenDog's lush mesa biome, and I cannot thank you guys enough for the incredible reception to that video. You guys' reaction blew me away and inspired me so much, and it just fills me with inspiration and excitement to continue our builds and all of those wonderful things. And yeah, it was very exciting to work on this, and such an honor. Like, it's so nice to have, you know, RenDog say, hey, Scar, it would be awesome if you helped us out here. And we did. And hopefully it looks like he really liked it. And yeah, so it is time now to return to our base and start working on our little base project. This is Scar Air coming in for a landing here on the Scar runways of the Frontier Out. Oh man, why do I build so many trees? We can't even walk. I nearly died. We nearly died. But anyway, welcome back to Scar's Frontier Outpost. And what on earth? What is on the giant jelly? What is that? We gotta get close, my friends. What? It's a witch's hat. Oh, that is amazing. That is too funny. That is hilarious. Looks like we got a sign here. Jellie was super excited for Halloween, so I helped her out with a costume and accessories. Ooh, oh my gosh, it's a black and white cat. I've been trying to get one of these since we first came on the server. When we first came on the server and we were getting our cats, I never could get a black and white cat. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, this has to be false, right? This has to be. Oh, is that a cat? Oh, that's a Halloween costume. Oh, that is so amazing. Oh, that is, oh my gosh. Let's see what these accessories are. Oh, no way. It's a cauldron with a fish in it. That looks like a rotten fish, by the way. Oh, that is so cool. There was something over in the back over here. What is this? Is that poop? No, that's a broom. That's a broom. Oh, that's so cool. That is a broom. You know, we always joke about the backside of Jellie because we have the hatch going in for our supplies. We have supplies inside of her butt. I thought that was poop at first, but no, that's a broom. Oh, that's so cool. Can we say something about False here real quick? When False pranks people, not only is it hilarious and funny in a pranking way, but it's also something after you get over the laugh. It's like, I'm going to keep that. It's kind of amazing. Think about it right now. Think about the different pranks that False has done here on the server. We've got the giant jelly. We've gotten the like the rainbow road over in the Brown District. All of these wonderful things that people are just like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep that because it's kind of amazing. But yeah, big thanks to False. That is hilarious. That is 2 pranks now that we got to get back at her. I do have an idea, but I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. But that fuels me and makes me really want to try our little pranking plan that I have. But my friends, today we return to our base to work on our bridge. And this is the very start of our train project, our massive train project, which I've been so incredibly excited about. So what we need to do is, well, we need to build a bridge and start the track. That's right. We're going to start working on the track. And of course, all of the details that go along with that, like the bridge and stuff like that, because we can't build a train without track and a bridge to go over the water. So let me gather up some supplies and I'll be right back. And let's get started with our project today. So what we're going to be working on is creating the tracks first. So what we're going to kind of work with is some stone brick stairs and of course some oak stairs, looking very, very beautiful. So first thing we need to do here is we need to plot out our center point. So what we're going to do is we're going to space this out by 3 blocks. So this is going to be nice and thick, looking very, very wonderful with 1 block on either side of this pillar right there. I think that'll look very, very cool. So this is going to be, and I'm just going to do a little bit of this on camera and the rest of it I'm just going to quickly whip out real quick, but I want to give you guys a really good idea on how this design will work. And of course, if you have any thoughts on this, definitely let me know. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring these pieces along here like that. Now it's similar to what we've done in the mines design wise, but because this is a higher gauge train, so the gauge between the wheels, is that how you reference like steam trains, like the gauge? I think it's the distance apart from the wheels, right? I think that is. So this is a higher gauge track than say our mine track or something along those lines because it's a giant old steam train, of course. So this is the design. And I think that's going to be really cool. It's, you know, super big enough that we can build a steam train. We can build passenger cars and freight trains and everything. So I think that'll be really, really cool. So it's a really basic design, but I think it's really, really good design. So yeah, the only question I have is it could use a little gravel on the sides, maybe a little bit of cobble. So when we work in this area over here, we potentially might add a little gravel or a little bit of, cobblestone on the lower section when you think of, railroad tracks. They're usually elevated slightly by some rock, but that is the general style. So I'm going to whip that all the way across to there, and I'll be right back. And there we go. So we have our track now installed up on our temporary dirt bridge, and we have this all built up, and it's just giving me so much inspiration because I can really vision just a beautiful train, outstretched over this bridge going into the train station over here. I think it'll be just absolutely stunning. Now, one thing we do have to contend with is, of course, the Elytra Trail. And as you can see, one of the gates goes very close to our bridge, and there's no location that I can move the bridge to. This is kind of the only spot because, of course, we don't want to interfere over there. We can't interfere with Iskal's base because it kind of cuts into his base right there, and this is literally the only spot within like a block here and a block there is where we could only move it to. So we're like right there on the electric core. So potentially maybe Cub and I can maybe move that out, maybe like 5 or 10 blocks that way potentially, which would be super awesome. But let's take a look at this. So what I've been kind of envisioning is that this kind of comes down into a little bit of dark chocolate along this route right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in a little bit of this, and we're just going to kind of see where it kind of takes us right now. And we're just going to kind of cut in a little bit and just kind of get an idea. So something like that is the general style. Now, when you think of old West bridges, they're very, not ugly, but there's not a lot of detail to them. So with this particular build, I've been really trying to hopefully be authentic in a way, in that it looks like something you would see. Where is my milk chocolate stairs? Apparently, I forgot them. What in the world? I'm just like hovering over there. I guess I have hover boots on today. Let's see. Oh, beautiful. Here we go. So what I was saying was I've been really trying to make it authentic, but the challenge with that, especially with the Old West, is that those builds weren't very, highly detailed. So they're a little bit difficult to really pull off in Minecraft because when you don't do very detailed builds within Minecraft space, they just look kind of plain or maybe beta alpha style builds. Like, when you think of a facade of a Wild West town, it's usually just a really plain kind of a light colored wood, and it's just kind of a flat facade with kind of a triangle shaped roof on the back. And trying to do that in Minecraft, it just looks kind of plain and boring. So I think what we're going to do is always, we're just going to scarify it. And, it'll have that theme of a Wild West style, but with a little scar fashion. I think that's really the best way sometimes is if you can get inspiration from the outside world, that's awesome. But always try to put your own, artistic interpretation on it. I almost failed that word, but you see how I saved it at the end there? I did right there. You saw it. You heard it right there. All right. So look at that, my friends. That is looking spectacular. So as you can see, these are spaced out by, I think, 5 in the center. Yes, correct. So it's 5 in the center. And that's, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 sections of that. But I really like that. I think that's going to be a really nice design going all the way down. All right, down here on the scaffolding level, I wanted to remind you guys of something I always say. Oh, look at the water. Oh, great timing. Look at that. That's really cool. So that's Cub's earthen dam. At a certain time of the day, it seals itself off. That is so cool. Anyway, it's always easier to move a mountain than to move the bridge. So when you have a design like this and you have it in your mind and you're ready to roll in Minecraft and you get there and say your mountain's a little too close or a little too far away, it's totally easier just to open this up a little bit and carve out a little section inside of your mountain than it is to change your design and your build. So when you see that, don't get discouraged and want to redesign your bridge. Just move the mountain, move your lake, move your river. It's much easier that way than actually design your bridge in a different way. At least that's what I found, and especially found that in Kingdom Craft. And I was building some bridges, and they were way too long, I think. And I was like, oh, I just spent like 2 hours trying to design this in a creative world, and now it's all kind of like looks all haphazard with the way it looks. So, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna actually spend a little extra time here and just completely redo the river. And then the river and the bridge just look like it was just meant to be. So that's a good way of doing that. And as you guys can see, I've added this extra layer down here of our dark chocolate wood, and then an extra layer of our dark chocolate wood up on this side, looking absolutely beautiful. Oh, I love it. I think this is going to come out really, really nice. Now, I have a question for you about mob spawning. As you guys can see, I have 2 sets of stairs and 2 sets of half slabs. out of these, what can and what can't be a suitable place for mobs to spawn on. So I know in this case right here that this definitely is a spot that mobs can't spawn on top of here, right? But can a half slab that is on top of ground like that, is that still spawnable or not? Then my other question is, are stairs spawnable? Can a mob spawn on top of this stair, or can they spawn in here because it's a flat surface, but has that little kind of like cutout right there? I don't know. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me know on 1, 2, 3, and 4 if which one and which one isn't spawnable, because I was looking at my bridge trying to figure out where the areas are that could be a little deadly. And I was thinking, you know, all of these are stairs. Can mobs spawn on these little sections here? And then can they spawn along here? And I know they can't spawn up here, and I'm pretty sure that's a definite no on those right there. But I don't know. That's why I wanted to ask you guys, see what you guys have to say in that account. So let's dive back in it and let's think about moving the scaffolding. I think we're actually going to have to move the scaffolding down one more layer here. And scaffolding is arranged and ready to roll. So this is kind of the design that we're going to work on, going all the way down. And I hope you guys are having an awesome day today. I'm having a pretty good day, actually. All the videos are working out. Since Minecon, it seems like I've had nothing but tech issues when it comes to videos and different things along those lines. My capture card broke, my headphones snapped. I've been on YouTube now for 5 years, which is just an absolutely kind of insane and crazy thing. And what happens in that 5 years is sometimes your equipment starts breaking. So a lot of my equipment's been breaking and different things along those lines. So yeah, kind of frustrating, but today I'm having a really good day today. Everything seems to be working out. Had an amazing prank pulled on me by False. And yeah, just having a good day today, which is absolutely wonderful. Let's see, I haven't had to go to the doctor too much, which kind of changes a little bit this coming Monday, which is funny because it's Halloween. But anyway, but yeah, so it's been nice. And I hope you guys are actually having a wonderful day. And if you're not, I hope this video gives you some laugh or just a good time. That's what I hope anyway. That's what makes me so happy to see in the last video we made here on Hermitcraft was, and Scarland. Oh my gosh, the reception of the Scarland last week was so awesome to see. I was so happy you guys were excited to see that series again, and we have so many fun things planned for that world. And but like I was saying, especially the series here on Hermitcraft, the last episode, it was so inspiring to see that you guys absolutely love that terraforming and the time lapse. And it was a lot of work. Like that episode took a long time. But just knowing that episode was going to put a smile on somebody's face, inspire them to do something, just really made me happy. And that's what I love about this. And that's why I keep making these videos and spending hours and hours and hours and so much work on them, is just knowing that people love them and that they keep coming back, and it just gives them a little something to look forward to in the day. And we need something like that. We need something in life that, to always look forward to. And if I could provide just a tiny bit of that through my videos, man, that just makes me the happiest person in the world. And especially through Minecon, and just seeing that people do actually enjoy the videos and they watch them and they do bring them a little inspiration or a little happiness. Man, that's just the coolest thing. And that's kind of the amazing world that we live in today, is that we have these things that we can just create on our own now. Who would have thought, just a few years ago that you could broadcast, something, your ideas or your creative mind into the world through YouTube or the internet. It's just kind of an amazing world that we live in. I think sometimes we can almost take that for granted nowadays. It's just such a ingrained thing into our lives. And now with this amazing stuff, sometimes it's good to step back and be like, yeah, this actually is a really cool time. And we do have some really amazing things. Now, yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking that as I was kind of off camera, like, look at YouTube and how we're able to use it for good. We got to use always these things for good. And hopefully we're doing some good by hopefully making you guys inspired and showing you guys things that we can do and ways of thinking in life, positive. And, things might be tough sometimes, but as long as you have that good attitude, it helps a little bit. It doesn't help 100%, but it helps a little bit. And yeah, I don't know. I was having a good day today and just thinking about how grateful I am for you guys and YouTube, this platform I'm able to spread out my Minecraft wonderful builds. Hopefully they're wonderful. But yeah, anyway, I like this design right here. I think this is coming out really nice. Now the next phase is going to get a little complicated, and that's going to be kind of like a little bit of an arch. Now the concern with the arch is that we don't have a lot of room to really make a convincing arch. So it's going to be kind of a skewed arch, but I'm going to start working out some designs and see what you guys think of them in just a minute. And that is my philosophy. Move the mountain, not the bridge. So we took out a huge chunk of the mountain right there. And a lot of that was stuff that I terraformed over time. So it was kind of sad to see some of it go. But what we're working on is in the direct center here. So I'm going to give myself 2 blocks from this post in the middle here, and then go boom, bam, like a so. There we go. And then 1 in the center. And I'm trying to decide. So that's 5 blocks. And I think that is a good spot to start working from. So like I said before, we want to kind of create a little bit of a curve. Now it's going to be difficult. Oh, look, the bridge turned again. Oh, that's so cool. Anyway, I just get distracted very, very easily. As you guys know, it's just a thing. Anyway, so as you guys can see, what we're going to try to do now is pull these blocks out there like so, and start bringing them down. So at this post in the center here, I brought this down 3 blocks because that's kind of where I want to go from here, is to connect up with it. So that makes 4 blocks going across like that. So I think that is a good shape. Now I think we'll use our dark chocolate to kind of smooth out the edges along here, and of course add some of our grates. So this is actually very similar to the Skyline roller coaster once I think about it. It actually does look like that, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, so hold on, let me get some scaffolding here. Put that down like that, and then from here it should be like, I might push this out 1 more block. What do you think? What do you think? So that's 1, 2, 3. And then let me push this down just a little bit, jump on down. And then, what if I think it's really trial and error at this point. I'm just going to do 2 blocks on that one and then keep going maybe just a little bit. What if, yeah, I don't know. I think it's trial and error. I think once we get to this part right here, we got to decide where the mountain's going to go and things like that. But that's kind of the general shape there. And then what I want to do inside here is take out some of our spruce fences and then just fill in the interior. So this really gives it that feeling of a Wild West bridge that was built on the side of a canyon. So if you think of that, if you think of maybe even, Back to the Future, the 3rd one with the Wild West and the cowboys and all that stuff, this is kind of like in that style. If you're trying to envision something of a similar, oh, hello. If you're trying to think of like kind of a visual representation of it. So I think that is starting to look pretty good. Yes, I think that's it. It's going to take a little refinement. So I'm going to catch you guys in a second here and kind of play around with this design and see if we can find our way. And look at that. I think that is the design we're going to go with. Now, there could be some areas we want to modify on our arch, but I think that looks pretty good. Now, these little sections that we've taken out of the mountain, what we're going to do is we're going to do those on Twitch. So today on Twitch, because this video is going up on either Saturday or Sunday, either day it goes up, we're going to be working on this area on Twitch. So definitely follow me on Twitter and on Twitch to be notified when I go live. And so I'm just buzzing about over here, having a good time building. And I realized something. Can you guys guess what that might be? Something potentially that we have forgotten, missed. I feel really dumb right now. So I was thinking, wow, this is great. We got this all finished up. It's going to look amazing. So look at that. I think that looks really nice. I may or may not have forgotten the other side. That's right. Yeah, so why don't we go up there and take a look at what we may or may not have forgotten. So let's head up to the top here. So I'm like, wow, that actually didn't take as long as I thought. Look at that. We got all that beautiful progress down there. Look at that. But I may or may not have forgotten about this side. We're going to have to do this in super fast build mode, I think, because that is just crazy. Also, I couldn't get rid of the cake. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. Somebody left some cake here, which thank you. I'm going to eat this later, but I just had to leave the cake there. But yeah, kind of forgot that side of the build. But look at that thing. Oh, I absolutely love it. I think that looks really, really awesome. So let's fire up that super fast build mode and complete the forgotten backside. Look at that bridge, my friends. I think we built something super awesome today and is the start of a much, much larger project, and that is our, whoa, we're going so fast. Haha, it's a much larger project, and that is our train and kind of commerce headquarters, and that's kind of the main theme of this entire build. And I think it came out really cool. Let's actually look at it from this angle because we can actually see all of the details and how they have come together. So as you can see down below, there's quite a bit of terraforming that we still need to do, and we're going to do that on Twitch. And like I said before, definitely follow me on Twitch and on Twitter so you guys can be notified when I go live. And I guess I can't go any farther. I'm going to fall to my death. But as you guys can see, we're going to kind of fix up this whole area and make it absolutely beautiful. But I really think that's a fun kind of frontier style bridge that I think will serve the purposes of what we need. And that's, of course, a place for our big old steam trains to kind of chug their way through the entire frontier. And a huge thank you, like I said before, to False for her amazing prank on the giant jelly. So it's like a double prank. It's a prank inception. That's right. But yeah, that's absolutely amazing. And I don't even think she realized how excited I was to get that black and white cat, because now we can have the true cat defense force. And I'll tell you guys more about the cat defense force in our next episode. And I'm going to leave a link for False's channel. So definitely go over there and let her know how much you guys love the giant jelly. And yeah, so until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the video deserved a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later.